Hello and welcome back. In the first video, we talked about your health and your optimal brain performance. And the second video, we talked about the mindset and knowing your why. And today we'll be talking about failure. We've all been trained that failure is something that needs to be avoided. Whereas deep down inside, we all know that failure is necessary and important part of learning and growth. I once interviewed a multimillionaire and asked him the secret of his success. His answer was no surprise. He said that his creed to success is he failed fast, and he learned fast from his failure. And let's acknowledge the fact that we learn from our failures more than we learn from our success. Our failure teaches us some priceless lessons that we do not learn in any MBA school or through a course or through any books. Failure is the best teacher. Now this brings us to the next question of how we can embrace failure as a team. I grew up in an army town in India, and what I learned from the army is that they build teams on two factors. Each team member has different set of skill sets and different weaknesses. And together, they work collectively as fingers of one hand. Armed forces spend a lot of time in planning and then they execute it. And most of the time, the execution fails. And isn't that something that happens in our business? We plan, and eventually, when we execute it, we realize that the business was not successful. In fact, it's been studied that 90% of startups fail in the first 3 years of their business life. The difference between a business is that we shrug off our failures, whereas the armed forces sit down, they study the failures, they embrace it, and they learn from it to grow and progress in future. I have learned in my life and business that failure is the most valuable lesson. So let me ask you a question. How can we create an environment in a company or our business where we embrace failure? How can we create an environment when people are not looked down upon if they fail? How can we create an environment where the team members are able to create, innovate, be result-oriented, while at the same time, they're not paranoid about failing? How can we create an environment where one person's failure is considered as the collective lesson of the entire team? I'm all about collective leadership and helping companies create an environment that is fear-free. Because I firmly believe that if we live in fear, be it fear of failure, fear of criticism, fear of negative feedback, we are unable to create, innovate, grow, and progress. In life and in business, we have breakthroughs and we have breakdowns. We have moments where we have this out-of-box thinking, our aha moments, and then we have moments where we are sad, depressed, and scared. The question is, if we are able to safely embrace our breakdowns, we might be able to have way more breakthroughs in our life, in our business, and in our companies. So if you want to experience breakthroughs and if you want to grow strategically, then please feel free to schedule a call with me on the link provided below. Thank you and talk to you soon. Bye.